Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I am super excited to share this recipe today, primarily because it's just another simple one, and you know, we spend so much money and so much time going to these amazing coffee shops and tea shops that are around town to buy drinks that aren't necessarily the most healthy for us. So if you are looking for a caffeine-free chai, I am going to teach you a chai mix that I have stumbled upon recently and have been using at home, and it's inspired by a caffeine-free chai that I actually get when I go to one of the nearby coffee shops. So I have already mixed up the chai mix, but I just wanted to review what's in it, and I will have all of the measurements and the amounts in the description below or wherever it is, depending on the platform that you're using. But very simple, basic ingredients. I used organic cinnamon, and if you like your chai sweet, then you might want to increase the amount that you're using. And then organic ginger, and this is ground, all of this is ground. And then organic cardamom. And because I did not have nutmeg in the house, I actually substituted the nutmeg in this recipe for allspice. So it gives a little bit of a different flavor, but it was still amazing, so I'm sticking with that. And then ground cloves as well. And if you like your chai to be a little bit spicy, then black pepper. And I will tell you that I halved the black pepper in this recipe, and I would probably have it again because I am not super into spicy foods in general, and I found that even with half the measurement, it was quite spicy when you incorporated the full mix amount into your milk. Speaking of milk, you can use any milk that you want. I will be using the extra creamy Chiobani oat milk today. I find that this has the best consistency and the best taste. So once you've got all of your measurements of all of your spices into your container, you would just mix it up, and then it's very, very simple. We are just going to heat some milk, add 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons, depending upon what your palate likes, to the milk, a tad bit of maple syrup. I used less than what the recipe calls for, so again, just find that level of sweetness that works for you. And we're gonna heat it up. So you can do that on the stovetop, you can do that in the microwave. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of the chai mix, and that is just because, again, I had put in the amount of pepper that was called for on the recipe by half, and I still felt that it was a little spicy for my taste. So then I'm just gonna add just a touch of maple syrup. It did not take much at all for me to feel like it added sweetness to the milk that we are using. And then I just fill my coffee cup with the oat milk. And for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna pop it into the microwave for time. Okay, so I have my nice warm mixture in the oat milk with a little bit of maple syrup. And the next thing that I do is I actually use my, I have a NutriBullet here. And if you have a frother and you want to do that at home, certainly that makes sense to do. I don't own one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my mixture into the NutriBullet and then just allow it to froth on its own. Okay, so now that that is blended super duper well, I'm just gonna take take the lid off. It's so nice and frothy and creamy. And, you know, with it getting warmer outside, you could absolutely put this over ice and create a nice iced chai latte. I like to put it in the microwave, even if I'm making something iced, even just for a short bit of time, so that the spices and the maple syrup have something nice to mix into. I find that when you put it into the cold milk, it doesn't mix as well. And so here we go. I don't know if you can see that. Nice froth on top. And always have a spoon nearby because your spices will probably continue to settle and fall to the bottom of your beautiful caffeine-free chai that you've just made for yourself. And I'm going to include the recipe, like I said, in the description, and it has the nutritional information in it as well, as it is per the recipe itself. I tend to make a smaller quantity just because, one, I have smaller containers to keep it in, but also it's only gonna last for you for up to 3 months. So if you don't drink a lot of this, then I would recommend making a smaller amount and allowing yourself to go through it within that 3-month time period. So with all of that said, thank you for joining me in my kitchen. Once again, it's always so fun to invite you guys into my place. Super tasty. You guys should check it out. Until next time, bye for now.